We would like to greet you business people in Singapore. You're on Economic Buzz, the English talk show program that outlook the economic issue for your business plan. We are still discussing about online business environment and digital market potential in Indonesia. We have ZALORA Indonesia, Mr. Fredrik Thomassen as the CEO at ZALORA Indonesia. You can watch this program in Singapore through StarHub Asia Channel 121 and MNC International. Well, Fredrik, we already start our talk show talking about Indonesia. Now, where are we when we talk about the global market through this kind of online industry? How do you see the current online market globally? Actually, which country leads, let's say, the online or e-commerce market currently?
So right now there's a huge fight internationally about what will be the business model for shopping online, and it's not entirely clear what will be the dominant model. So you have three main options, and one option is the chat apps. You have the the Line, WeChat, WhatsApps of the world who are tackling very aggressively the online shopping segment. And then you have the platforms, and we haven't sort of seen, so platforms meaning Facebook. Here in Asia you have Path, you have lots of other social networks across the world who are, they haven't really started, but they will quite soon start to move very aggressively into the online shopping world. And then thirdly you have traditional e-commerce stores like ZALORA, but we also need to do something, and we need to become something else. And what we will become in ZALORA is we want to become the Google of fashion. So that means that we don't want our customers to go to Google and search for something when they think that they need to buy something. We want to create a customer experience in which you just go straight to ZALORA.
One page only.
You have
zalora.co.id, right? Here
easiest way to think about it, and so that we strongly believe that will become the dominant model, but there will for sure be a lot of competition from the chat apps and from the platforms.
Well, as we know, being user-friendly homepage is something we expect as the internet user. In ZALORA itself, because you already used the word experience, what kind of specific ambience or experience you would like to share with your user or someone who visits your homepage at zalora.co.id? That we are ZALORA. This is the differentiate factor compared to the other homepage.
So again, we want to become the Google of fashion, right? So we need to have everything, and then we leave it a little bit to the users to decide. That being said, we are also the fashion destination of Asia, offering a highly curated selection of both international brands, but also exclusive designer collections locally. For example, yesterday we launched our Muslim wear fashion collection, where we have 3 of the best Indonesian designers that have made exclusive collections for ZALORA, and those are the type of things that we're doing to create very cool and innovative ambience.
So in a way, ZALORA in Indonesia tried to give a little local touch, Indonesian touch, because you're also covering this kind of Muslim fashion as well, and this is actually what we need, what can really quote-unquote sells, right? When we talk about the market here in Indonesia.
No, absolutely. I mean, and we have now close to 1,000 brands on ZALORA, and I think not a lot of people know this, but close to 70% of those brands are Indonesian brands.
Wow. Even this is also new information for us. Because
exactly.
by the time we heard the word ZALORA, sounds very global, but and sounds very international.
And a lot of people think about Mango and Nike and our own ZALORA private label, but really, more than 50% of our sales are from Indonesian designers, from Indonesian products. The typical seller that would be selling on Facebook and BBM are now selling on the ZALORA marketplace, where we provide a much more seamless customer experience and better profits and better sales to the designers.
So I don't think ZALORA find it difficult in terms of captivating the attention and the heart of Indonesian market, right? Well, how predictable is it by the time we talk about user behavior? What kind of specific user behavior can be noted by the time we talk about Indonesian internet user, online goers? Are we different in a way?
Right. So I think the first thing that I'd like to say on that is that it's much more similar to everywhere else in the world than most people think. I mean, cool jeans always sell in every market in the whole world. You put it up, you give it a good price, it sells, and it's the same dynamics. You have the best products, you have the best selection, you have the best price, you have the best customer experience, and you will be the market leader, which is what we're doing. Now there are of course some how do you say minor differences, and I think that the most important one is that Indonesians really love discount. So that means that close to 75% of what we sell is sold on discount because that's what people want to buy. And then I think the second thing as well, which is quite interesting, and you asked about how Indonesia are in the development, and Indonesia are a bit leapfrogging all of the other countries because now already more than 60% of our traffic is from mobile.
Yeah, agreed.
And that is happening in the span of 1 year, and it's going to go even faster. So that's quite special about Indonesia.
Okay, one more session to sum up our discussion and talk more about ZALORA in Indonesia in more detail after this one, Fredrik. Make sure you are still with us. We still have one more segment on IBAS discussing about online business environment and digital market potential in Indonesia with ZALORA.